In this video, I'll show you how Logos can help you learn the basics of a biblical language and help you brush up on your Greek vocabulary. Learning the biblical languages helps move the reader back to the time, place, and culture of the biblical authors. But not everyone has the opportunity to learn these languages. With Logos, you can master the basics of biblical languages without ever stepping foot into the classroom. You can learn to read and write the alphabet and memorize key vocabulary. First, learning the biblical languages begins with memorizing the alphabet, and this task is made easier than ever with the Alphabet Tutors Interactive. Go to the Tools menu and click to open the Greek Alphabet Tutor from the list of interactives to the right. When the tool opens, you'll notice that Logos gives you two options for learning. You can read it or you can write it. When I scroll through the letters, Logos even gives me the letter's pronunciation. You can hear the letter pronounced in 3 different ways: Koine, Erasmian, or Modern. You can even start learning key vocabulary that begin with the letter you're learning. When I choose to write it, Logos demonstrates how to transcribe the letter, then lets me write the letter with my mouse. When I'm done, I even get a grade. It's a fun way to learn the very basics of this biblical language. Going a step further, we can build custom vocabulary lists for a specific book of the Bible. First, go to Documents and click to open Word List. When the tool appears, give the list a name, like 1 John. Then, click the Add drop-down and input 1 John into the reference box, then hit Enter. After a few moments, Logos will list every term from this book of the Bible. You get the English gloss, the count, the Greek lemma, the card font, and the option to hear the word pronounced. Now, to organize these terms according to frequency, click the column header labeled Count until you see a downward-facing arrow. Now we're looking at terms from 1 John, with the most common words appearing first. What's more is that we can transform this list into a stack of vocabulary cards for easy learning. Simply change the view from grid to cards. Each vocabulary card has the Greek lemma on the front and the English gloss on the back. At the top, you have multiple formatting options for ideal printing. If you choose to learn this way, I suggest printing out between 20 to 25 cards at a time so as to not get overwhelmed. For the student who wants to brush up on his or her Greek vocabulary, there's a second option. First, open up a new search and choose to run a morph search. Then set your search parameters to match what you see on my screen. I'm running a morph search in all morph text in 1 John in the Nestle-Aland GNT with Logos Greek Morphology. Then in the search box, input the @ symbol, followed by a capital V for verb. Then press Enter. This search will locate all the verbs in 1 John. When the results appear, click to open the panel menu and choose to save as word list. This action will automatically generate a word list compiled of all the verbs from 1 John and list them according to frequency. Now we can choose the card option to the right and print out vocabulary cards displaying the most frequently used verbs in this book of the Bible. And with the Greek flashcard app, you can continue your learning on the go. You can even quiz yourself and track your progress. So whatever your skill level, Logos is a great way to master the basics or brush up on certain areas of your language study. To get started sharpening your language skills, click Get Logos 6.